Hello students, how are you all? We have completed 2 chapters in literature. Now we are going to do the revision. Chapter 1, So Many Friends, and Chapter 2, Magic in the Park. First we are going to see Chapter 1, So Many Friends. I have written a short summary, and through this summary we are going to see the whole chapter. Now what happens in this chapter is that some students are playing. Who are the students? Ravi, Rupa, Jasveer, Aslam. Who is throwing the ball? Rupa. And towards whom? Ravi. And who is coming down the slide? Aslam. Then there is one more student who is sitting alone. Who is that? Lindsay. Lindsay is sitting alone. Then with Ravi and Rupa, now Jasveer is also playing. So while they are playing, they have a conversation that what fun it is to play together. So Jasveer says, yes, it is. Then Rupa tells Ravi and Jasveer to, what does she tell? Yes, that there is a new student. Why? Why did they talk like this? Because Lindsay was sitting all alone. So now they are thinking of going and talking to her. So they go and talk to each other. They interact with each other. Lindsay introduces herself and she tells that I am Lindsay. And students, where was she from? Yes, she was from Shillong. So all the students, that is Ravi, Rupa and Jasveer, offer Lindsay that she can join them for lunch. Then it is the recess period. So everybody shared their lunch. What has Jasveer brought? Jasveer has brought parathas made by Vijay. Ravi has brought idlis and chutney. And what has Rupa brought? Rupa has brought poha made by Papa. And what has Lindsay brought? Yes, Lindsay has brought momos. Then after the lunch, what happens, students? The recess gets over. Now the students are heading back to their classes. So now which period is this? That is their art period. Then what happens? Since it is their art period, so all the students are doing art and craft work. So Rupa sees that Lindsay is drawing something very nice. So she compliments her. You draw so well, Lindsay. Lindsay draws well. So in return, Lindsay says, thank you, Rupa. And what happens then? All the students, who are all the students? Ravi, Rupa, Jasveer and Lindsay play together. Then what happens? Lindsay looks happy. Who is saying this? Jasveer is saying. And what is Lindsay saying? Lindsay is saying it is fun to have so many friends. So students, from this story what we have learned? We have learned that we need to be friendly to each other. We need to be kind to each other and we should share our things with everybody. So now I will be asking you some questions through this chapter. Okay? So who was sitting alone? Lindsay. Who was coming down the slide? Aslam. Yes. Then who was the new student in the school? Lindsay. Where was Lindsay from? Shillong. What had Rupa bought for the tiffin? Poha. And who made that poha? Papa. And who draws well? Lindsay. So students, this was the revision of chapter 1. Now we are going to do the chapter 2, Magic in the Flower. Magic in the Park. Now what happens? This story is about a girl, Lisa. Now let's see what happens in the chapter. Lisa loves flowers. She loves flowers of different colors, red, yellow, blue, pink, orange and purple. is going to the park with a basket in her hand. What happens then? She's shocked. Why she is shocked? Because the whole park has turned brown. What has happened? Yes, the park has turned brown. Now what happens is that the park, when it has turned brown, so what does she feel? She is very sad. She starts crying and she is also scared. Scared means वो डरी हुई थी, वो डर गई. Why? Because she has never seen something like this. The whole park became brown, from colorful to brown. Now, when she was crying, she looks up, and who is standing there? A little fairy. And the fairy is also very sad. Why is she sad? Yes, because Lisa used to pluck flowers. So, fairy did not like this. That is why she was sad. And she has touched all the things in the park, and when she touched them, all the things have turned brown. Then what happens? Yes, when Lisa was crying in front of fairy, so fairy tells her that you shouldn't pluck them so that these flowers can live longer and other people who visit the park can also see them. Then what happens? Fairy is saying that Lisa, if you promise me that if you will never pluck flowers, all the flowers will be back again. So what does Lisa do? Yes, Lisa makes a promise to fairy, and then what happens? Fairy says, yes, now all the colors will be back soon. The next day what happens? Lisa was sleeping. So her mother is telling her to get up and let's go to the park. Then what does Lisa see? That all the things that have turned brown are again colorful. Why? Because fairy kept in mind the promise which Lisa made to her. But now Lisa doesn't pluck flowers. Instead, she looks at them and she feels happy, and she wants the flowers to grow and live longer, because she remembers the promises that she made to fairy. Now I ask some questions from this chapter. So students, who plucked flowers? Lisa. What did the signboard say? Do not pluck flowers. Where did Lisa keep the flowers? In the vase. Who touched the part that it became brown? Fairy. Yes. And to which color has the park turned to? Brown. Who is sad? Fairy. And who is sad and also feels scared at the same time? Yes, Lisa. So students, this was the revision of chapter 1 and 2. Thank you students.